domestic students, it's a big deal. Because most domestic students in Canada never wear uniform. And she was a teacher for herself. Vanessa is a domestic advisor. Laura's in charge of our travel and tourism. So do you have a part-time job too? Good for you. So what are you doing for a part-time?
As a server.
Well, we've been around for a long, long time, and you can see people in different positions from. So it's not such a big thing for international students. They're used to it, right? But for domestic students, it's a big deal because most domestic students in Canada never wear uniforms.
Really?
Yes. So public school, no uniforms ever, anywhere. Only private schools. So for them, it's a hard adjustment. It really is. But I think it's good because they get used to it and you start feeling proud.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing. And we're going to go meet our campus director, who's just getting over from a sickness.
Yes. Hi.
Davy is here.
Nice to meet you.
So Davy has her degree in education, and she was a teacher for herself, and she's managed educational sites before, and she's been with CTC now for 2 years, 3 years. 4, oh my goodness. So very good administrator, and she really takes care of the students on a day-to-day basis. You can think of her as a principal, and that's how she acts. So any student issues, any student problems, she is aware of, and very hands-on. All right, so we have our Mrs. Advisors. We have Vanessa. Vanessa, if you could please come and meet Luna and Peter. We have domestic advisors and we have international advisors.
Nice
Vanessa
to
is a
meet you.
domestic advisor. But again, we have very much a family environment. I think that's the biggest difference that you'll notice at CTC versus other schools. So other schools, a little bit too much corporate. And what we're proud about CTC is that, again, it's 34 years old. It was started in a family type of environment. So when we acquired the school about 1.5 years ago, the previous owner's daughter still works for us. She's in charge of education. She's one of our directors. She's one of my managers. And so that consistency is important because before, with 2 owners only for 20-something years, it was very family-based. And you'll see everything still feels the same. So, Davy is very much like a big sister to the students, and Jacqueline is like a sister. So, people really approach things that way. And I think that environment is good for people who are trying to come in and really understand the Canadian experience. Canadian experience is not in a school with 90% international students. That's not a Canadian experience, right? It really is in a school that acts and feels like a Canadian school. And that way, if we can do that, then when they move into industry, it feels they're not adjusting. They kind of know what a Canadian experience is, and then they can go work for Hotel Vancouver more comfortably. Okay? All right, and come on in.
Hello.
Hi. So this is where our instructors sit.
I'm Lori. Nice to meet you.
Laura's in charge of our travel and tourism programs here. She worked in the travel agency business for many years. She's been an instructor here also for more than
9 years-ish.
You can say about 10 years.
Yeah.
So very experienced, really understands the industry very well, and all of our instructors are the same. We hire them because of their industry experience. Jackie is starting our nursing program. Remember I talked to you about nursing? The nurse in Dubai, and she's gone through that international experience. She's also a certified TESOL instructor. So part of the nursing program is, of course, you have to reach a very high level of English in Canada, 7.5 IELTS, right? We use CELBAN. So part of the program incorporates English to it. You have to have 5.5 in order to get in, but if you have 5.5, then Jackie helps you on that side, and of course she helps you through that year cycle of getting to the point where you can write the exam and you can pass successfully, right? One time. Because you're only allowed, I think, only 2 times lifetime, right? Is that right? 3 times maximum?
But none of them will write the second time.
Yeah.
Just the first.
How long is that test, or how long does it take?
The exam,
The exam.
for the RN exam or LPN, it's 4 hours.
Okay.
From 8 to 12 usually.
It's really stressful.
It is. But you help them feel relaxed during the exam.
Yeah, that's what
With all the techniques
And Jackie, because she's first aid certified, she helps in our other classes too. So flight attendant, Jackie does the first aid training for a flight attendant too. So, all right. Thank
I
you.
love
Thank you
teaching.
both.
No, thank you. Nice. I'm looking forward.
Thank you. So just a student activity, we're doing our potluck Wednesday, May 17th, so we're looking forward to that. Everyone bringing food from around the world will be excited. So they're just doing some personal projects now. So if you look in the classroom, there's a good mixture of people from really every country you can think of, but of that class, I guarantee you that at least half of them are actually domestic. So there's a little bit of a student room. What we like about the new space is this space is 3 times as large with a coffee bar. But still, this is, we even though we're not going to be in this school for long, we're going to a new campus, we still renovated everything in the last year. We painted, we did the flooring, brand new flooring. So this is the kind of pride we take in our school. So, how are you? Good. Where are you from?
I'm Philippine.
You're Filipino? Okay, all right. Did you go to high school here or over in?
No, we just came here like 3 years ago.
How many years ago? 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Excellent. And which program are you taking?
Hospitality.
Hospitality, excellent. Are you in Naisha's class or combined Naisha and Michael?
Before assurance, but right now it's Megan. And
Megan?
Yeah.
Okay. How is Megan?
She's great. She's great.
Good. Just how much homework is involved in the hospitality class?
A lot.
A lot or not very much? Just
For me, it was okay.
good. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Because sometimes that's hard for international students. So sometimes it's good if they don't have as much homework, right?
Yeah.
So for you, is it a few hours per week or is it more?
For me, they give us like okay project, and then they give us like enough time.
Good. Like in class, you can focus on some of your
and
homework.
that's really
too.
good for like working student as well. So it's not
So you have enough time to work also?
to work, and then yes.
So do you have a part-time job too? Good for you. So what are you doing for a part-time job?
As a server.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So you're working like 20, 25 hours a week or 15 hours or?
20, 25.
Okay, so quite a bit actually. But you're balancing work
Yeah.
and schooling,
And school.
okay? Okay. Good. All right.
Good.
Well, thanks for your help. Thanks for your
Thank you.
information. So these are previous photos. Some of them are older, but it gives you a sense of the history where we've been around for a long, long time, and you can see people in different positions from well-known travel agencies to, of course, Emirates Airlines, and really, if you do a LinkedIn search, a Canadian Tourism College, just because we've been around for so long, you'll see more connections with our school than anything. The other thing, Peter and Luna, I think is very, very powerful. When you graduate with the Canadian Tourism College diploma, it's not as if you're graduating from a school that people can't recognize. Because it has Canadian in the name, and because we've been around for 30, 40 years, if you are going back to Taiwan or Singapore or somewhere else and applying, and it says Tourism Diploma, Canadian Tourism College, it's very clear to employers that you were educated in Canada.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain what this college name means, right? It's very clear. Just going through, Naisha is the instructor over there, and Naisha has well over 20 hours experience from industry. He was a general manager of hotels before. He was also a regional manager